My mission is to ensure that, I get this message out, that it's no longer a secret, that I become that voice for those that can't speak for themselves, so that one more day doesn't pass, that another child is in the hands of monsters. I think what makes my story a little bit unique is that I'm not only the survivor of sexual abuse by family members, but also of sibling incest, which is something that's very rarely spoken about and is still considered a huge taboo. And the other aspect of it is that even though it shaped my life when I was very young in ways that were quite negative, I today value those experiences more than any others because it taught me how to forgive. When you're a child, you blame everything on everything around you. You blame it on family, you blame it on a missing parent, you can blame it on the circumstances, poverty, ignorance. There's so many, as a child, you don't have that wherefore-all to have any kind of insight about what could really be causing this horrific thing to be happening to you. So you'll blame whoever's the closest. But the reality is that, circumstances or environments can be blamed, but truly I think the ultimate blame falls to, just evil. The fact that a human being can, strip a person's innocence when they're very young. It takes evil, it takes malicia, it takes something that is unexplainable, really. And to be a child and not understand that at the moment is something that I think is probably the hardest part of my history. At 7 and 8, you can't really conceptualize what's happening to your body, so you kind of try to disappear from it. Your mind goes somewhere else. You become very confused because now you're being seen as, you're objectified as a girl, or not even as a girl, but you're objectified for exploration. First I saw it as shame and guilt and brokenness, and then I saw it as weakness and something that I needed to overcome and overcompensate for. That no one was ever going to see any of that weakness in me or be able to take advantage of me again, because all they were going to see was this outwardly strong person who was achieving all the all the awards and all the accolades and all the things of the world. So it created really hardness to me. So you go through life as opposed to living life. And that's what I was doing. I was going through the motions of life. Time was passing me by, opportunities were coming and going. I knew how to take care of myself and my mom and my brother, and I knew how to take advantage of situations. That was my survival instinct. That's what I had learned. When you look to the future, when you're 30, you see 40, 50, 60, 70, you see yourself, somewhere with, I guess, your partner or your family or whatever. I couldn't. I was black. There was nothing that I could see when I hit my 30s. All I saw was darkness, emptiness. And then, I don't know, something changed. Something changed, almost like a switch was flipped on. And I was reminded, that there's something bigger than me. There's something much bigger than me. And I think that was probably the first time that I acknowledged what I had acknowledged for all those years, which was that I was so angry with everything that I had lived through, that I had completely blinded myself to the belief that there was something bigger than myself, that there was a God, that there was something that was crying for me and was trying to get me out of that hole, that pit that I was in. And so I started on a path of really starting to fix myself from the inside out. You have two paths you can walk down. You can feel like a victim and be vulnerable and continue to be vulnerable to continued victimization, or you can utilize that same fuel of energy, of emotion, those negative emotions, to take back your power and to basically decide, this is where it ends. I basically, got to that turning point when I was about 30 and decided, enough. Like, I'm not gonna be a victim, and I'm not gonna allow myself to be victimized by other people. And so that meant that I had to become my own warrior. I had to become, strong, and I needed to gather my strength by bringing it back into me, because until that point, it had all been given away. I can empathize with people. I can really feel what they're feeling, because either I felt it before, or I just can reach them where they are at that emotional level. And I know that that's a gift, because I don't know too many people who can actually do that and still be sane themselves. There are two faces to the same coin, the dark and the light. And it may appear as though you're coming through the dark in order to get to the other side, but it isn't. You're just using that to fuel you so that you can find the light and get out of this pit that you find yourself in. This story that I'm sharing with you, it's my story, but it's a shared story by so many. Because of God and Him in me, I realized that my calling was to, dredge up all of that ugliness so that I could help other people. My children will never experience what I did, and I don't want any child to continue to suffer the way I did. It ends with me.
This song we're going to do for you tonight is very special. It's called While My Guitar Gently Weeps. It was originally written by George Harrison and done by the Beatles. Its message is beautiful, and I think it's so fitting for tonight's gala and for our cause and our message. It's about the world's unrealized potential for universal love and shared humanity. I hope you like it.
Look at you all, I see the love that's there sleeping, while my guitar gently weeps. I look at the floor and I see it needs sweeping, still my guitar gently weeps. Told you how to unfold your love. I don't know why someone controlled you. They bought and sold you. I look at the world and I see it is turning, still my guitar gently weeps. With every mistake we must surely be learning, still my guitar gently weeps. I don't know how you were diverted, you were perverted too. I don't know how you were inverted, no one alerted see the love that's there sleeping, while my guitar gently weeps. I look at you all, I see the love that's there sleeping, still my guitar gently weeps.
What I do is try to encourage men to step up to the challenge of being men, being fathers. With 19.7 million fatherless families right here in the United States, we have a problem. I can't think of anything that's going on in our society that if men was doing their job, that it would be a problem.
Coming from a healthcare background, you know, one of the things that we've always looked at is they come to us for help. They come to the hospitals for help. They come to the doctors' offices for help. We need to be able to identify and help those that are coming to us, even though they don't ask us, because a lot of the times they come there with their traffickers.